listen to me when I go to speak about my stories, about how we survived the genocide. So he was asking me, is American people are interested in hearing our stories, or they don't want us to speak out? They just want us to forget and then move ahead.
So you're saying basically the response has been that people just happy to hear their story told. But I say that because I know at one of the other screenings, Alwyn had mentioned that people don't really like Hotel Rwanda. In Rwanda, they say that story is not necessarily true, and I guess Alwyn, you can speak to it if you've been here for a while, so maybe you haven't heard the response to it, but I just wanted to know.
I'll qualify it. It's Hotel Rwanda is a brilliantly acted film, and it's a very important film. Without that story, many of us would still be very clueless about the horror of what happened in that country. It was a Hollywood version, and it gave us, but it hit us in the chest with the bodies. And people, when I walked out of the theater, people asked me, "Do you like the movie?" I said, "It doesn't matter, go see it." And that's what happened on Netflix. So for years, it was the #1 down-rented film, and it was important for people to see this film. The issue is that it wasn't appreciated in Rwanda by many people. It wasn't shown in Rwanda on a grand scale. Sometimes in April is love. They love Sometimes in April. They love that film. It's because it was a more accurate rendition. But the issue that Rwandans had, this is not me and my politics. When I got there, Ishmael and every other Rwandan kept telling me, the issue of the gentleman portrayed in that film, the heroizing of the one man who, essentially was profiting from the people who were coming in the hotel. And if they ran out of money, they were kicked out. If they didn't have any money, they couldn't get in. And this is a Rwandan Summit story. They wanted that line in the film, and I'm like, really? Are you sure about this? And our caterer, she's a survivor. She stayed in that hotel, and she said absolutely. She was fortunate to have money, so the line ended up in the film. But in his defense though, because he's not here and have a one-sided argument, he would argue that he still saved lives. And it's very much like a Schindler's List type thing. If you look at Jewish history, what happened in Nazi Germany, but so it's complex. That's why you tell stories like this, because I don't want to heroize anybody. I don't want to villainize anybody. I want to show the humanity and the potential in all of us for good and evil. And I think that Hotel Rwanda just kind of gave you good and bad, and I think it's a little bit greater than that.
Do we have questions? Yeah. Right,